reduced by language. Cultural gap or cultural conflict. That's very much okay. From the cultural conflict, you know, then how can you know about different culture? Okay, of course, communication is needed here. At the same time, you should know the other culture. Okay, when I can develop respect for another culture, when I know it, if I know it thoroughly, at the time I can just have a respect or feeling for another culture. Okay, cultural conflict that can also be reduced from the text. Suppose that African literature. In literature, we read African literature, South Asian literature, Persian literature, American literature. And you will also find it as a variation in the culture also. African culture, South Asian culture, a great difference is lying there. African culture. So how can you know about the African culture? You know that some writers, African writers are writing in English. Some South Asian writers are writing in English. Okay, so through their writing, what is coming out in their writing? If you read the writings of South Asian writers, you'll face the problem of identity crisis, immigration problem. So this thing has come out of the writings of the South Asian writer. If you read the writings of the African culture, what do you find there? Okay, African culture, what do you find there? Okay, not only Google, of course Google research, you can research on Google, right? So what should be the language?
There is also way of if we are working we can find it.
Okay, information. So what I'm saying, that is the thing that I want to find out. Okay, so if you want to have good command in English, good confidence in English, then you can just grasp what is written in their culture. Okay, otherwise it's not that much easy for you. Okay, so you know that you can go or you can read different kind of book, but if your language is English, then it becomes easy for you. Okay, if I know about African culture, so you know that whatever is acceptable in African culture, it is not acceptable in my culture. Whatever is acceptable in Western culture, that is not acceptable in my culture. That's the cultural difference here. Okay, so I can develop respect in doing any kind of foreign policy if we can send the experts who have good communicative competence in English, then they will be able to represent their issue more properly to the authority. Suppose that we are sending a team to United Nations. So you know that the person who has the good communicative competence, if we present the issue to the United Nations, it will be more accepted. So good communicative competence is very much important to ensuring solving any kind of problem and ensuring peace. The communicative competence is necessary there. Okay, so reducing the cultural gap, cultural conflict, English can be a good tool here, important here. So these things are important. And the other thing I should mention that education and empowerment. Education and empowerment. We know very well that there is no alternative of English language if you want to get or if you want to start a good career in the job field. So in education and in empowerment, there is no alternative of learning language, not the language of English properly. What I was saying that literary influence. Literary influence, of course, that is very much important. The thing that I was discussing on conversation, that the literary influence. What's the literary influence in developing ourselves as good human beings? That is the motto of literature. To build ourselves as good human beings. Okay? So if we are good human beings, okay, if you are good human being, if we can establish empathy, sympathy, tolerance, dignity, self-respect in our mind, in our perspective, there is no way of creating any kind of conflict and fear. So you know that literary value is important. And if it is written in English, the value become more. Okay, so promoting social justice. English language textbook, both historical and contemporary address social issues. So a few years back, I was just telling about the great speech of Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream. So you know that though it is a speech only, but it has a great literary value because it created a lot, it impacted a lot in the whenever the racial conflict was abolished from America. So the speech of I Have a Dream, it impacted a lot. So we see that it has a great literary value. Another thing I am saying that public speaking and advocacy, these things are very much important, and that can be only achieved by establishing a good command in English. At last, I want to say just the last line of a famous phrase, the wasteland. Okay? I don't know that how much you have, how many of you have read it, but those who are the students of 4 I think that you have read the poem Wasteland, and the poem is finished with a line. Can you tell me the last line of Wasteland? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay. And another 3 things you have related. Datta, Datta, and Damayantam. Okay. So what's the meaning of the 3 words? Datta, that is give. You should give. Datta, what is self-control. Datta, Damayantam. Damayantam is self-control. And Datta, Damayantam, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And as we are students, no matter of which backgrounds, of which department, we should build up such kind of mentality, such kind of attitude in our minds that by us, there should be no harm in society. We should be confident and we should commit ourselves that we will engage ourselves in establishing peace, humanity, as a society for a good future or for a nice world. Thank you very much. I'm giving